Hey everybody, I would like to invite you to consider something that I've been thinking about. Um, it's an insight I had the other day, and I kind of temporarily forgot it. But then, when I was in a mentoring situation with someone, I remembered it and I shared it with that person. So I'd like to share it with you and propose to you that it could be not just a viable but an extremely useful way of doing life. So what's this insight? Here it is. It's, what if there was no plan B? Okay, let me explain. I think that most of us live with the assumption that we have valid and useful options. One option is that we live happily, peacefully, joyously, with great fulfillment, with much enthusiasm and excitement and all of that good stuff. And the other option is that we don't, that we have pain in our lives, that we suffer, that we have bitterness, resentment, anger, frustration, we have failure, we have disappointment, we have depression, etc., etc., etc. Now the second one is what I call Plan B. What if there wasn't that option? You know, when I had that insight, I realized, my God, this is revolutionary. This really is. What if I lived my life never even considering that I had any other option than to be happy, than to be peaceful, than to have a joyous and effortless and free and fun life? And you're probably already thinking that that's just simply unbelievably ridiculous, Luz. I mean, come on, you of all people should know better. Well, it is because I know better that I'm saying this, because you see, most of us unconsciously, I think, live with that assumption that we have the choice of being bitter and sad and frustrated and depressed, etc., etc. And because we live with that assumption, guess what? We do experience all of those things. Now consider what I'm proposing, and that is that we live knowing, believing, knowing there's nothing but, I'm trying to put it in the right way, knowing nothing but the possibility. And it's not even a possibility because there's no other possibility. Knowing that we are set, locked into this status or this way of life, and that is joy and fulfillment and power and strength and freedom and, like I said, all that good stuff. Now, that might sound preposterous to you. That might sound the most unrealistic and absurd thing to you. But let me suggest something. Let me try and back this up with some with an argument, and that is, when we think of a child, an infant, a newborn infant, do you think that the infant comes into the world thinking it's got the option of being sad or lonely or depressed? Or do you think that the infant comes in naturally predisposed, wired to be fully alive, to experience, everything that life has to offer it? And I'm saying this because the infant hasn't got a head full of ideas and beliefs and prejudices and ideologies that would suggest to it that it can afford to be sad, it can afford to be depressed. It doesn't come with any of that. It comes completely ready to experience and enjoy life. And you just have to watch little children. They are so filled with enthusiasm and that zest for life. They're so awake and alert and aware and just having, as I said, wired for fun. It doesn't occur to them to be depressed or to be resentful or to be fearful. It doesn't occur to them because they haven't acquired a memory bank of such experiences and the beliefs around those experiences. That's what they have learned from their well-meaning other human beings, their parents, their siblings, their teachers, their leaders, their cultural significant others, and so on. So a child is predisposed to stay on one set point, on one setting, and that is the setting of being fully alive, ready to enjoy life. But we as adults, we have, through our thinking, decided that we have some options here, or at least another option, which is the opposite of everything that's wonderful and good and that we really want to experience and how we really want to live our lives. So imagine if you didn't have that option, if it just became, something that was obliterated completely from your thinking. And you're going to probably say, well, yeah, of course. I mean, in theory, perhaps that's possible, but come on, be realistic. Life is forever throwing us all kinds of, nasty experiences and so on and so forth. So how impractical to even hold such a thought. But just do this with me as a thought experiment. That option wasn't available to you. I mean, I know it's try and keep your mind open about this. Just do it as a thought experiment. The option of feeling sad, of feeling depressed, of feeling like you failed, of feeling resentful, of feeling jealous, of feeling bitter, etc., of feeling guilty, of feeling shame, of feeling fear. That option was not available to you. Imagine that, that how you felt as a child is still intact. That's exactly how you are right now. Well, if that were the case, how would you live your life? You would live it according to that only available option, and that is to be happy no matter what, to enjoy no matter what, to be enthusiastic no matter what, to be curious no matter what, to be creative no matter what, to be powerful no matter what, right? Because there's no other option. Now, what if we what if we really gave ourselves permission to think in that way? What if we really did that? I mean, every time we encountered something that through habit we've learned to respond to as, as something that is unpleasant, we look at it as something unpleasant, we look at it as something undesirable, we look at it, and it brings up bitterness, resentment, and so on, so forth. Excuse me. Instead of that, we now find that, hey, there's only one way to respond to this, and that is peacefully, joyously, creatively, curiously, enthusiastically. Can you imagine what our life would be like? I mean, I know that you must be thinking how preposterous this is, but really give yourself a chance to just consider this, because I reckon that it is going, if we decided to do this, if we embraced this, we really would be putting ourselves in such an amazing position where we would truly enjoy life so much more. We would truly be the powerful, the creative, the fun, the enthusiastic person that we truly want to be. We would have a life filled with joy and peace, where we felt free and powerful and genuinely enthusiastic and curious about the world, about ourselves, about people, about things. Well, I certainly am going to give it a go, and inviting you to give it a go too. Please let me know what you think. And in the meantime, wherever you are, do have fun. Do have fun. Do just pretend that you have no option but to have fun. Okay, and before I forget, if you like what I'm doing here, please do like the video, please do subscribe, and if you feel you can, please do share it as well. Okay, bye for now.